What's up, everybody? Welcome to Enterprise, Alabama. We are just to the north of city limits. What a amazing drive. You guys ready for it? Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's do it. By the way, before we even get started, the drive from Troy to here was amazing. Beautiful countryside. I love it, especially on a rainy day. All these dark pine trees contrast so well. It's beautiful. Let's do it. So it is raining, but I think it's really important that I get this video. A few of my subscribers have been asking me desperately to get to this town. I guess they're moving here and they really need this video. So even though it's a crappy weather day, I still made the journey about an hour and 40 minutes south of Montgomery, where I live. From the part of the place, from where I live, it's about almost just under 2 hours. But I know that there's a few of my subscribers that are just desperately needing to see this place because they're moving here. We're on the far northern tip of the city limits here. Let me tell you, I've been through a lot of beautiful places in Alabama and just got back from Tennessee. And to my personal taste and liking, that drive here to these pine trees on a rainy day has just been incredible. This town, at least the drive from Troy to here, really impressed me as far as natural beauty. So I really enjoyed the drive here. I don't know about you, Katie, what you thought about that drive.
Yes, but it was a gorgeous drive. One thing I like about this neighborhood in particular is they have spaced the houses out to reasonable distance.
Yeah. Look at this. It's like gently rolling hills with lakes and valleys and stuff. Beautiful new houses. This is gorgeous.
They planned this community out very well.
Yeah, they did a great job designing this place. I mean, we were just in Tennessee. This is just as beautiful.
Oh, yes.
I mean, look at this. I want to take a cover photo. This might be the cover photo. Can I see your phone real quick?
Of course.
This is just as beautiful as the stuff we were seeing back in Tennessee. And people pay incredible amounts of money to live in Tennessee and in places not too different from this. So for views like this, people are paying huge dollars in Tennessee, you know. And here we are in southern Alabama, where it's affordable. And actually, with the little bit of greens in here, they don't get snow here like this. They do get snow here like on a rare occasion. But it's just, Montgomery's kind of like the break point where it kind of like southeast of Montgomery, it stops snowing. So if you don't want to deal with crappy winter weather, let me tell you, Enterprise might be your place, because once you get to southern Alabama, the snow kind of disappears. As far as the plants, the trees, the everything, like nature, rolling hills, this is gorgeous to my personal liking, to my personal standing. We all have different look at this on a rainy day. Look how beautiful this little spot is. And again, we're just maybe 7 miles north of town, something like that. So you know, the suburbs of the city kind of stretch out quite a bit. We're, you know, if you're watching this video, we will get to the city itself. We'll show you guys the rest of the city. This is just where we're starting the tour out. Man, I drove by. Wow, look, a queen palm tree.
Jose, look to this side.
Wow, lakes. There's palm trees everywhere. That, you know, that's great. This is incredible. I mean, we just came back from Tennessee, which, you know, not just Tennessee. We came back from the richest suburbs in Tennessee, and let me tell you, unbelievable the natural beauty of this place. Wow. You can hear the mockingbirds in the distance. Beautiful. So yeah, even though we got a rainy day here, unfortunately, nonetheless, still quite enjoyable to be here. It's a good thing we made it here. And we stopped to see the town itself. Now, we've driven through the town at night. It had a lot of life, a lot of business. You know, there's places that are just around in the south, they're kind of dead. And that's kind of what we were afraid of when we looked at Enterprise on a map. You're like, yeah, this place looks like it might just be dead. But let's run into town. You get the idea. There's beautiful suburbs out here. There's a whole lot more to see. So let's run back into town before it gets dark on us. Make sure you like and subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you find our videos are meaningful to you and like I'm helping you, help me back. You know, you are able to donate to our channel. And right now I'm focusing mostly on helping other people. I'm not looking at what I want to do. I'm looking at what can I put on the internet that's going to help people throughout the whole country that are moving, needing to relocate. I'm really thinking not just for myself. Like if it were up to me, I'd probably be fishing in Florida right now, but I'm here in Enterprise, so I'm trying to put videos out there for small towns, places that are needed. You know, these are videos that people need in different places. So I'm trying the best that I can to provide content that can be that's the second person to wave at us since we got here. And that's another thing that I really, you know, I when you go to the, it seems like sometimes the nicer the place gets, the colder the people get, you know? And it seems like so far that's the second person to wave at us. He didn't have to wave at us.
No.
And that guy in that pickup truck earlier didn't have to wave at us when we pulled in this community. So it seems like people here are very, very friendly for the most part. House for sale right there. This is what I like. See these pine trees? These dark, contrasting oak trees and pine trees on these gently rolling hills. I don't like you know, like Rockford, Alabama. Every time I go through there, I get sick. It's just too much up and down. I get sick driving through there. I get nauseous. Here, there's just enough terrain where it's pretty, but not so much to where you get dizzy driving. All right, guys, so now we're within the city limits here of Enterprise, Alabama. I seen a house on the internet that was going for like, I think it was less than 160. It wasn't much. And it really wasn't all that expensive. It was like I think it was like 160. It wasn't all that much. And I just drove by the house and I'm like, wow, I mean, that's the immediate settings of it. Incredible. You know, it looked good to me on the internet. But, you know, you always wonder, you know, what's the catch? And, wow, I just drove by the immediate setting. And I'm like, wow, I would love to live in that house. Just seeing where it's at. It's a little blue house. It's kind of like up on a little two-story thing. Not quite two-story. It's got like a secondary story. But it's like 160. It's like a light blue house with like a metal roof, you know? And I just couldn't believe the immediate setting. So we're within city limits now. There's like a park up here. Industrial.
Don't go there.
Industrial park? No?
No.
Okay, it's an industrial park. Gotcha. Thanks for looking up, Catherine. I thought it was like a regular park. But I love this deep, dark. I mean, there's so much shade here from the big trees.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, I love it. It's so secluded, and like on a rainy day, it just feels amazing. By the way, we're already within city limits. It was like, I couldn't believe that house is that price. It seems like a good place to buy. Now, we still got to see the rest of the town. Another thing about me, if you're watching and you're a new subscriber, I really do say things the way they are. So if I don't like a town, I'm not a realtor. I'm not trying to sell you on Alabama. If I see something that for some reason I'm not in accordance with, we just had a town in Alabama that I even had to go on a TV talk show, ended up on the radio and everything here in Alabama, explaining to people, you know, what it was, because they took it the wrong way. So yeah, I'm not gonna like lie to you. If I feel that place has a bad vibe or something, I'm not a realtor. I'm gonna tell you how it is. And I'm actually, even though a large percentage of our subscribers are Californians and New Yorkers, probably looking to relocate. I'm not even too easy on them. So so yeah, we're not like, everybody telling me, Jose, you should be a realtor, man. You would be a great realtor. I'm like, yeah, but then I couldn't really say the truth about what I see. By the way, Katie gave me some statistics on this town, but already there's a Lowe's right there. I mean, Enterprise, for being a small town, Tractor Supply right there, for being a small town, has an incredible amount of industry. And that characterizes Enterprise, Dauphin, and Troy. These are cities in southeast region. In fact, there's a Buick dealership right there selling Ford and stuff. You know, characterizes a large deal of these cities are just characterized by that simple thing, which is having too much fun. Characterized by that simple thing, having a lot of industry. Because I guess a lot of people live out in the sticks in this area, and they come into town, so the towns offer way more conveniences than in normal towns their sizes. And that's great for Alabama.
Okay, this town has almost 29,000 people.
29,000, so that's a pretty good size. It's bigger than Millbrook.
8.8% of the population is Hispanic or Latino.
8%?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
8.8, so almost 9%.
Viva la raza. Órale, vato. Qué vuelta sere. Huepa. Lots of Latinos. What's up, y'all? That's good.
2% Asian.
Okay, a little bit of Asian. That's good. We know Asians don't move to places that suck. They like to make good money, and they, you know, Asians are very sophisticated people. They're not going to move somewhere that sucks completely. So it's good that, you know, for a little town in Southern Alabama to have 2% Asian, that's not bad at all. Keep it rolling.
Okay, the median household income for the city is $48,000.
Wow. Not bad.
And for a family, it's 63.
63. Whoa, great income.
And the per capita income for the city is $25,000.
Yo, that's great. For Alabama, I mean, you realize how affordable it is to live here with that kind of income. Why didn't we look at that when we were moving?
I don't know, Jose.
Yeah. Why didn't we look at that? Well, and I know it's a rainy day, guys, but again, it's so important that we get to this town because so many people needed that. It didn't matter what the weather was. It just had to get out here. Kitty, what is the African American population here?
20%.
20%? Okay, that's balanced. That's a little bit less than the state average. That's about average for the state, somewhat. That's good. Not bad. So, great Latino pop. I didn't know they had a Latino population, and I didn't know that their incomes were that. That's a considerable income for Alabama. You know, and you know, it's nothing for living in a place where your house is $300,000. But are you kidding me? Like, for a place that's this affordable, it feels country. I mean, you got the water towers, you got the train tracks going through. The rural drives were incredible. This city has a lot of developments on the outskirts, you know, like new houses going in, really big clean houses. I like this drive, really like this drive. And we're about to see what the actual town center looks like. We're approaching downtown now. So far, I really like it. I like what I see so far. You know, one of the biggest things that people are concerned with moving to a small rural place like this is probably incomes. That's always something to consider. And probably not that. Oh, is that junk? I bet you there's wood though. And when there's wood like that, there's, you know, a little piece of wood that maybe somebody would want for like an antique house or something in Florida. You can boom, take it to. You're not far from Dauphin, which is a much larger city that has even more stuff. My experience with Dauphin was I liked the people a lot. Very friendly, very country. As far as, like, you know, their mannerisms and all that, unbeatable. Wow, the road's a little shaky here. Used car dealerships? Is that used car dealership? No, it's a tire shop. It's like a used car dealership. The other all cars like lined up. Grocery outlet. I'm gonna pull into this parking lot because this grocery outlet looks so ghetto. I don't know what it is, but I'm immediately attracted to it. Immediately attracted to the ghetto vibes that it has. It's got everything that a hood person would want. Ghetto vibes. What is it about flashing lights and ghetto places? What is it about lights that attracts ghetto people? Is it the contrast of colors? Is it the fact that there's oil spilled on the driveway? What attracts ghetto? What is ghetto? What brings ghetto? And what makes ghetto what it is? Is there a substance? Is there a particular smell? Is there a particular setting? What is the hood, and how can we endeavor to be part of it? What makes a person hood? What makes a place hood? What makes a car hood? What makes a hood a hood? Now, I'm not talking about the hood of a car. I'm talking about the streets, the block, el barrio, la calle. Sorry, that's what's on my mind.
hospital. Right there. Don't you see?
Camera. Take a photo. Take a photo. Look at this beautiful setting. This would be a great cover photo. I love whatever the crap that is. It's an old Mercury. It's pretty. Coming into town here. Boom. Coming into town here. These are good cover photo shots. By the way, I was so glad it's not raining. Like, we took a risk by driving this far. I knew the weather had, rain was in the forecast. So we took a huge risk by coming out here knowing that rain was in the forecast. But I think it was a good gamble that we took. What do you think, Katie?
Yep.
Great little gamble that we did here by coming. I love it. Wow, it's so, I don't know. It's just, I like it. It feels so, like, wow, charming. I can't get enough of these little Alabama towns. Like, when I first moved here, I thought, like, one would burn out Alabama in no time. And a lot of our subscribers thought that too.
And I'm finding new places
We're finding new places that are incredible. Like, it's like every town we hit up is more and more impressive than the last. You know what I mean? Like, taking a lot of photos. I really want a good cover photo for the city. It's like every town we go to is more and more impressive than the last. There's so much to it. So much life. It's just like, look at the vibe here. It's like dark and gloomy, but full of life. It feels like we're in Paris. You know what I mean? Like, these are the vibes that I would imagine, like, in Paris or something. You know what I mean? I like this town already a lot, and I just got here. It's just got so many, like, gloomy day vibes. You know what I mean? Like makes you, it's 62 degrees outside, but it looks like it's 32. You know, like, it just feels gloomy and dark, and it just makes you want to go home and light a candle or something like that. Is that an Impala? Oh my god, the Impala and the Suburban.
I think we need to go over there.
Let me tell you something. Enterprise is pimping, y'all. Everybody is on chrome. Look at this Hummer, bro. That thing is fresh. Enterprise is pimping, bro. Look at this. This city is pimped out.
Yup.
Ain't nobody hungry out here. We are hood adjacent. We in a hood now. That thing looks hoodish. City's gonna have poor neighborhoods. That's a given. I mean, if you're
I think we're gonna have to go back to Titusville.
Yeah. Just randomly at the end of this road, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these things. I'm really big on car culture, so to me, when I see this many like cool cars and stuff like that, something I personally like, I'm big on car culture. So this, to me, this is a plus. For a fact, this is a plus. Most people might just be like, oh, look at all those clunkers. But if you're a guy like me, you're like, wow, look at all that. This little house, they fixed it up right here. Nice. Really great little vibe. Temperature to be out and about. trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of skinny, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Very skinny trailer. But yeah, I mean, there's like any city, it's gonna have some, you know, inner city neighborhoods that got, you know, a little bit run down here and there. That's normal for a city this size, especially in the South. This isn't New Hampshire where everything's perfect. So when I get here, am I going left or right back? I think it's left or right. Which way are we going? See that house right there with that tree in front of it? That is gorgeous. That is what I'm talking about right there, y'all. That's pretty. That is pretty. Ah, yes. Elvis on top of a building. Just a random building, but it's got Elvis on top of it. But yeah, I mean, even though we got a rainy day, somehow like the lighting has been perfect. What are your thoughts on this town, baby?
I love it. It's a charming town. It's got life. It's got energy. I like it a lot.
And today's a Monday.
Yes.
It's not a Friday or Saturday. You know what I mean? It's all right. The car culture seems pretty strong.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that there's so much Latinos here. I haven't seen much of it. Oh man, it's the pop. All right. Another little thing that I've noticed about Alabama is how many of these small little stores there are. You know, like, really kind of like, you wonder if like, you know, like small town stuff like that. Just awesome. So, I'm going to say this is definitely going to be, eventually I'm going to do a top 10 best small towns in Alabama. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I've still yet to, even though the last 8 months, we've done nothing but non-stop exploration of Alabama, I still haven't really even scratched the surface. No, like in all reality, like it's really been super safe walking through all these cities, and a lot of times we even do it at night. I've had no problems like anywhere in Alabama with my videos or anything like that. As far as like safety and all that, it's been like legitly, it's been all right. So this is Cafe Roma, and just sitting here, like you can smell the food. It feels like I'm in like Brooklyn or something, like, you know, that deep Italian smell of like pastas and pizzas and breads. I can smell that. It feels amazing. You can like literally feel and smell the food. It's incredible. The Italian, you know what I'm saying, like the smell of the real Italian food here coming from one of these little businesses is incredible. I just love it. I'm in love with this town. I'm in love with this little town. Love it. I can enjoy living here. And this is a Monday. This isn't even like a Friday or Saturday. And not that I'm going to go through it on this video because we're just focusing on the character of the town and all that. But let me tell you, if you by any chance go on Google Maps, you'll see how many businesses there are within the surrounding area. All right, so there's your tour of Enterprise, Alabama. Thank you so much for being with us and for making these recommendations. You guys are the best. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.